second advantage on completion of the third lap.
I remember, Mark, me asking him whether we were going to see a Steve Hall disappears into the distance, and he gave me that kind of knowing glint in his eye.
There's going to be a very broad Geordie grin, I would imagine, on the face of Stuart Oliver on completion of this one, because he has left absolutely everybody in his way. David Jenkins now comes up in towards the chicane. I think, if anything, perhaps just subtly falling into the clutches of the third place truck of Andrew Levitt as he picks his way out of the chicane and over the start finish line. The gap between first and second, I think, comes down. Last time around was Andrew Levitt and David Jenkins, and as they go over the start finish line this time around, it's closed the gap again by another 1.7 seconds. So Andrew Levitt in third place, certainly closing on the number 69 Caesar of David Jenkins, who still is there in second place, but is being called.
Yeah, I didn't think he looked very comfortable through the complex last time round. Great battle of the 55 and the 21 truck, the red and the blue one. In fact, the 55 truck goes down the inside, locking wheels sideways. Oh, and contact with the number 21 of Oliver Robineau. They keep going, they haven't lost position, but it really was a case of Graham Powers of locking up the front brake, losing the rear end, and then sideswiping Oliver Robineau. Positions haven't changed, however, although Graham Powers was behind in the he's now in front of the red truck of Oliver Robineau.
Well, already they've started to trade a little bit of pace, and I'm sure that won't be the last that we see throughout the weekend. Very, very tricky conditions. Graham Powell, just that brief mistake and contact was made. But as we look back towards the area of Brooklands, we can see the last of the back markers coming through, and at the moment that's car number 170, that is truck number 170, Mercedes-Benz of Reinhard Hagemann. He is very shortly about to be lapped, I see it, by Stuart Oliver. There's still probably 10 or 15 seconds between the two of them. Such is the pace of Stuart Oliver at the very front as he goes over the start-finish line any second now to complete what will be his fifth lap and head on to his sixth and potentially victorious one. Look back towards the battle for second and third position. Well, still in second place is David Jenkins. I think still being caught by the third place truck of Andrew Levitt, but the gap between the two of them still sufficient enough so as David Jenkins needn't worry. He heads out of the chicane over the start finish line, sideways suddenly on the way out, but Andrew Levitt still in second and in third place and beginning to close and still closing on the truck ahead.
Halfway around the final lap now. So we have second place truck of David Jenkins coming towards us now. I don't think we're going to see a change in position there. Remember, this is only a heat. So the 98 truck we lost. Yeah, I was looking down there just as David Jenkins made a rather large mistake, and suddenly the number 98 truck of Andrew Levitt is right on his tail. We might still get to see Jenkins in second place. In fact, as they go away from me, coming around the outside as they go into Noble, here's the number 98 truck of Andrew Levitt. Has he made a stick? He has. He's gone all the way around the outside. Fantastic move. So change to second place. David Jenkins down to third. Andrew Levitt up to second.
Well, Andrew Levitt had closed on him over the last 2 or 3 laps, and that brief mistake is forced that Andrew Levitt was waiting down to third position. Our race leader, though, in the meantime, is climbing upward of hill for the final time. He has indeed, as I suggested, lapped the back marker Mercedes-Benz of the German Reinhard Hagemann, and in towards the club chicane for the final time comes Stuart Oliver. What has been an absolutely dominant victory in Heat 1 of Group 1. He comes out of the complex now. The checkered flag is awaiting his arrival. It waves now, and it's a win in Heat 1 of Group 1 for Stuart Oliver. He has absolutely thrown down the gauntlet to everybody else and has shown everybody else a clean pair of heels. Second place, Andrew Levitt, only now coming in towards the complex with David Jenkins a little bit further back from him now in third position. They turn through the right-hander, then the left-hander, and turn right again before Andrew Levitt now sees the checkered flag. He will finish in second position. David Jenkins completes the top 3. Fourth place, despite that contact, and very well done indeed for the 80 Ford Cargo of Graham Powell, ahead of the Frenchman Olivier Robineau. Rounding out the top 6, not that far away from Olivier Robineau, is the ERF 14 of North Brookfield. Well, that's, I suppose, our first fix of truck racing. We've still got the likes of Andrew Lovenbury and also Lyndon White to complete the order, but it would be fair to say, Ben, that Stuart Oliver, with a 26-second advantage after 6 laps, was in a class of his own.
Yeah, I was just trying to do the maths there, and that is a lot per lap, isn't it? He was only 1.4 seconds quicker over one lap in qualifying, but it's obviously a lot more in the... Even just watching him coming through the complex here, definitely on the right line. He was getting the truck nicely set up. It wasn't spectacular. It was very well driven, in fact. And so it was pretty obvious from here, from the couple of corners that we can see very closely here down at the complex, that he was really in a class of his own. But some great entertainment further back with passing manoeuvres and Guy getting it very, very sideways. Shame we lost David Hall. He was really losing.
Well, I think we're likely to move on sideways. Certainly on slowing down on the mountain. Down here at the Club Chicane, you can expect the likes of Stuart Oliver, David Jenkins and Andrew Levitt to be sliding the things through the Club Chicane on the slow down lap before they disappear into the pits. That works out something like about 4.3 seconds a lap that Stuart Oliver pulled out over the rest of the pack. So it will be an absolutely delighted
No, I can't.
Stuart Oliver when very shortly he comes into the paddock area. Of course, he'll dive out of the truck and then head up to the podium for the podium presentation, which we'll hand over to Alan Hyde very shortly. But we just picked them out as they come through the Club Chicane. I just want to see the antics of Stuart Oliver, Andrew Levitt and David Jenkins. Stuart Oliver looking very, very sedate as he came into the pits. Not as sideways as I thought to be. Hand up to acknowledge the crowd that have